Hey there, people. How the frig's it going today? It's Friday. Feels like Saturday because I don't have to work, which is great. I slept in super awesomely. Right now, you got Oreo stepping on the cat. Like, she's trying to suntan. He has no respect for social distancing. Yup, that's what's happening. Anyway, I'm going to put on a pot of coffee because I could really use a pot of coffee. Okay, I probably couldn't really use one, but I really want one, so I'm going to have one. So, free. Alright, coffee's being made. But, yeah, there's some nonsense happening. You didn't drop off my shit yet, did you? Just checking. But there's some nonsense happening where, in the Toronto region, apparently yesterday there was a huge car pileup. Not an accident, just bumper to bumper. Of a whole bunch of Torontonians leaving Toronto to come up to their cottages in the Muskoka region. What freaking part of stay the frig home are they now getting? They're like, oh, I'd rather be in self-isolation in my cottage than my apartment in Toronto. Well, you know what? Okay, first off, the isolation isn't a vacation. It's basically to keep shit where it is so we can deal with the shit and get the shit cleared up. So if these people are infected and they don't know they're infected and they frig off elsewhere, they're carrying that infection. Now, the north becomes contaminated with this shit even heavier than it is. It's not so bad up here right now because the south is staying south. So southerners, do me a favor, stay the frig there. Also last night, we got some snow. It's almost gone though, but we got some snow. But no, it's like, I know a couple people who live in like the Manitobas and the British Columbias, and they always said that Ontario should be called Ontarable, home of the entitled. And it's not the northerners that they're referring to, it's the southerners who act like they should be able to do whatever the hell they want because they're from Toronto or they're from Ottawa or they're from like a governing, like, you know, a capital city or whatever the case, and they think they should have the rights to do this and that and this and that, and it's like, holy, no. Like, if I had a cottage right now or a trailer on a freaking campground, the last thing I'd be considering is, man, I better be able to go set up my trailer. May 2-4 weekends coming up. I better be able to go to my trailer. Like, pull up. Oh, that guy's moving pretty slow. Is he delivering my shit? I'm waiting for my shit. It's like 1 o'clock. Popeye's closed an hour ago. Oh, I didn't see him drive by. Might be getting my shit soon. I'm excited because one of the things I ordered is a pre-workout, and I really want to give it a rip because I saw good reviews on it, and I'm kind of anxious because I'm like that. I like trying new products and seeing how they work, and then the protein powder is vanilla cake, so I expect it to be the most fabulous thing I shove in my face hole. It's gonna be good. Ah well, you know what they say though. You can't fix stupid. It's a given. You just can't. So either muzzle it or ignore it. Problem is the situation at hand, right? Like, we're under a quarantine state and people want to go to their damn cottages. Like, first problem is no, like, the first thing is if you're infected, you don't know. The symptoms could not even show up until 14 days after you've been infected. You might have a sore throat, but that's about it. The second thing is the Muskoka region, they don't really have the Toronto-equipped grocery stores. So if Toronto's already having problems keeping shit on the shelves, you imagine what happens when 1 million of those bastards friggin' jump ship to Muskoka, where there's not as many stores, and they're already having problems with their permanent residents bulk buying. Then you get these idiots coming in, and they just go nuts and start bulk buying like a maniac, and now there's definitely nothing in the store. That's when a real pandemic ensues. Now the residents, the local residents, are basically unable to feed their families because these greedy bastards couldn't stay the frig home and came up north. Like, pull the frig up. And the worst thing I read was from one of the residents was, we should have the right to quarantine where we want to quarantine. No, you should not have the right to. You should have the right to quarantine at your permanent resident, which is not your cottage in Muskoka. Your permanent resident is wherever the frig you are in the south. This is not a holiday once again. This is a medical condition or a medical situation, a pandemic, and it's true. Ontario needs to take it more seriously. You know, I've seen postings about that Ontario needs to take it more seriously. People aren't taking it serious enough and blah blah blah, and it's like, this is proof of that. This is something simple. Stay home. Don't go out. Want to go for a walk? Go for a walk. Just mind your friggin' distance from other people. Don't stop and talk to someone. Because like Trudeau said, they could speak moistly. Man, I'm freaking hungry. I'm making my coffee. I'm gonna blast off these tornadoes. So if you're from the Toronto region and you own a cottage in Muskoka and you're seeing this video, don't be like the other idiots. Do yourself a solid. Stay the frig home. Anyway, I'm gonna wait for that to cook, wait for my coffee to go. I'm sure when Buddy drops off the shit, he'll knock on the door, set off Oreo. I'll know. Oh, I'll know. I love how all these fitness guys are still focusing on working out at home on YouTube. That's all I'm watching now is at-home workouts, telling people to go on Amazon and buy resistance bands and stuff. And you can do a lot with resistance bands, don't get me wrong, they're great, but it'd probably be cheaper to buy a set of dumbbells. You can do everything with dumbbells, for crying out loud. But anyway, guys, the Muscle Dummy store just dropped off my shit, so that's pretty sweet. Got ourselves, sorry to grip this, but massive tub of Revolution here. Love this stuff. It's like super low carb. It's got literally 1 gram of carb, and that 1 gram of carb unfortunately is sugar, but whatever. I bought this Magnum Volume pumping powder, they call it. I did the reviews on this because my problem is, like, when I use a pre-workout shake like C4 or anything else, I find in the beginning of the workout it's all balls to the walls insanity, but I do find that the pre-workout wears out really quick. Like a half an hour into it, I feel like I'm done, like I've already spent the pre-workout. So I've been watching a couple reviews on YouTube, and it was a lot of them were by a bunch of young people, but the one that caught my eye was a guy who was 46 years old, and he said this was probably, like, all the young people said the same thing, but when I heard it from an older guy, you know, around my age, say literally this gave him the recovery, and it reminded him when he was 25. And one thing I remember when I was 25 working out with Angry Joe in the gym is, you know, you do your set of 10 or 12 and you'd be pretty exhausted by the time you're done your set, but then during your rest period while your partner's on there doing their set, you pretty much recover and you're ready to go again and again and again. I don't have that now. That's one of the problems of being old. Your recovery tends to take a little bit of a dive, right? So what this volume does is it in turn turns around, and he said literally it gave him the recovery of when he was 20. I like that idea. I like having that recovery, that quick recovery, so you can get back in there and exhaust yourself again, and then get back in there, exhaust yourself again. Because let's face it, that's how you basically motivate the muscle to build, by exhausting the living shit out of it. So my battle plan for today is right now I'm drinking coffee because I really want to be like caffeinated like a mother frigger. And then I'm going to have myself that volume. Apparently it's gummy worm candies flavor. So that's exciting. And one of the side effects they say is it does give you a pump. Now a lot of people think, oh yeah, the pump, that's stupid, man. The pump, all it is it makes you look big for a bit and then it wears off. Well, there's a lot more science behind the pump, and I've been doing a lot of research on it because I always question, like, is the pump just an aesthetic thing? You know, guys go in the gym, grab some light weights, do like 30 reps just to force muscle into the blood into the muscle to look big for a couple hours, and then they go outside and they're like, hey, look at me, I'm big and strong, nah. Or does it actually have some science behind it? And the science behind it is blood carries nutrition. So the blood going to the muscle is sending in nutrition to repair the muscle and help it grow faster to be able to take more damage, because when you do a lot of reps, it goes, holy shit, he's like working us. We need to fix this now and get those things. He's obviously going to be doing this for a while, so we got to figure something out here. You know, grab a car battery, carry it around, put your arm in the crook position, carry it like this. You carry it like that for a while. What are you doing? She was standing on the garbage can looking at my Muscle Dummy powder. You want some protein? You want some cake flavored protein? Want some chicken? Want some bacon? Want to sniff my sock? But there's a lot of science behind the pump and muscle growth. So, because I researched it, because I was curious, I'm like, is there any worthiness to the pump? Because, you know, Arnold back in the day, he'd always talk about the pump. The pump, the pump, the pump. Chasing the pump, always wanting the pump. And it was like, is it to look big when you go on stage, or does it actually have a function? Turns out it actually has a function. But, like Thomas DeLure said, he goes, the pump is great, it gets nutrition there, but you don't want the pump to stick around forever in a location. What you want to do is have the pump show up, you know, hang on to it for 2, 3, 5 minutes, whatever, shake it off, and then go work another muscle part. Because if it stays focused on an area, no other area is going to get the blood, no other area is going to grow. So like if your arm gets pumped, you just shake it out, you know, put your hands above your head and shake it out. It'll gradually go down. Then you can go ahead and work out another muscle group. Get a chest pump, a shoulder pump, leg pump. Apparently you can get an ab pump. So pretty much any muscle that you overwork, I don't want to say overwork, but that you really work, where your body goes, holy crap, he's like really giving her in that area. We need to send in nutrition and fix it. You're going to get the pump. And by that nutrition going to that location, it's going to promote growth. So that's a pretty cool concept. But then again, I'm 41 years old, so it's a lot rougher for me. If you're 25 and you're doing this, you're going to have awesome results. But if you're also 25 and doing this, you probably don't need that many supplements. You're probably wondering, Adam, are you doing this here to get big and strong and go into competitions and stuff? No, I'm way past that. And age-wise, I would never bother with bodybuilding competitions or anything like that. Like my buddy John was like, man, you should really focus on weight and doing 1 rep max stuff and really growing that fashion. And this summer, when they have the strongman competition in Ottawa, come with me, and you can compete in the Natty, the all Natty league, because they have a Natty and an enhanced league apparently. And you should understand what enhanced means. It means they're on some sort of an anabolic or testosterone booster or something nonsense. And then they have the all natty where, you know, you're just on like whey proteins and stuff. And that's mainly what I take for supplements is like this. I'm trying out to see how well it works. I use the Magnum heat pills. Back in the day, you've seen those. They were a fat burner. But what I liked them for was in the winter. It was so damn cold. You pop one of those and your core temperature would go up. And I could tolerate the winter. It was pretty cool. I was like, oh wow, a pill that does that? Then I found out the reason why the pill worked is because the capsaicin, I can get the same shit from cayenne pepper. I had a scoop of cayenne pepper into my water, drink the water. Yeah, it burns going down, but when it hits the gut and it gets processed, it also burns going in and it jacks your core body temperature through the roof. So why spend $40 on a bottle of pills when I can go to the store and spend $1.37 on a bag of spice? Just makes more sense that way. The other supplement that I use a lot of and I really, really like is good old creatine. You can get this shit anywhere and it's super cheap. People say that this is the stuff you take when you want to get the pump. Actually, no, this is the stuff you take when you want gym endurance because creatine has this really cool effect to it. What it does is for every contraction you do, like every time you move your muscles and you're lifting heavy shit or just lifting shit in general, your body has to burn adenosine triphosphate. ATP. It basically burns one of the phosphate cells out of the ATP, turning it into ADP, and ADP sits back, and your body will have to produce another phosphate cell to regenerate it, to put it back on the front lines to be used again. So what creatine does is creatine is the fuel to produce that phosphate to get the ADP back into ATP so you can use it again. It enhances your recovery. It also promotes more water into the between the muscles. And a lot of people think, well, that's why your muscles look big, is because there's water in there. The concept for the water is to allow the blood flow to get in and send nutrition there. This is the reason why creatine works, and it's a proven supplement. Like 2 of the most proven supplements in bodybuilding so far are literally whey protein, creatine. That's all you really need. I'm just trying different things because I like to try different things. You know, a lot of the guys that I talk to, I ask them, I say, do you ever use a pre-workout? Like my buddy John or Kevin, they never use pre-workouts. In John's gym, he literally has 2 coffee makers, like my percolator, and he'll have both of them going, and they'll literally drink coffee while working out. So they start getting tired, they'll go pour coffee, sit down, pound of coffee, get recaffeinated, get back in there and start hammering it. If they feel like they're hungry, John's got a fridge in his garage and a microwave. He'll go into his fridge and grab one of his pre-made pre-workout. He calls them, pre-meals, pre-workout meals. Or not work. Anyway, bodybuilder meals. That's the word I was looking for. He's got them in these little containers. Takes it out of the fridge, drills it in the microwave, cooks it, drives it in his face, waits 15 minutes, back on the weights, Regenerate, regrow, go at it. But that's about all you need is good quality food, whey protein, creatine. A lot of people will tell you the same thing. Creatine and whey protein, everything else, probably don't need it. If you're all natty. If you're not natty, then chances are you're driving a bunch of other shit in your body. So, hey man, you be you, boo. Whatever works for you. I've been offered to go enhanced multiple times, and I've denied every one of them because I don't want to go down that road at this age. That's like, there's a guy I know who went that route, and he's literally in and out of the hospital with heart problems all the friggin' time now. Because you go natty, or you go enhanced, and if you're not careful, it's going to put a strain on your body. It's going to cock over your program pretty damn quick. So, is it worth it? I don't think so. But, like, my cousin was asking me, he's like, what's your goal out of all this? And I said, I just want as much functional muscle as possible so I can do things and not feel like shit. Like, back in 2016, I couldn't mow my freaking front lawn. I had to take 3 pause breaks on that, and it's tiny. Mowing the back lawn, I had the tractor, but even riding the tractor hurt my back, which was stupid because you're sitting in a freaking chair turning a steering wheel. Why should that hurt you, right? But it hurt me. That's all I want to do, is I want to be physically strong enough to be able to get through life without having to take as many breaks. And I'm pretty sure I'm there now, but I'm so addicted to weightlifting, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to go drink my coffee. I'm finishing up Ozark there. I got maybe 10 minutes left on this season. And then I got to find something else to binge watch, because apparently we're going to be like this for a year. So I might have to find another vlogger on YouTube who's producing content daily, just so I got something to look forward to every day. Because right now the only thing I have to look forward to is coffee. Oh man, that feels good. Don't touch your eyes, guys. Don't touch your face. Anyway, all I have to look forward to is coffee and weights. That's it. That's it. I have nothing else to look forward to. My life is awesome. Well, I've been dilly-dallying. By that I mean doing dick all. Should have been, oh my goodness. There we go. I almost hit critical mass there for a minute. I should have been like, you know, working out and stuff, but I haven't gotten around to it. So what I'm going to do right now is, first, I'm going to try something. I'm going to have a protein shake with some ashwagandha root, followed right up by that pump. So normally this here volume stuff, you can get it in pill form, but I did not. I got it in liquid form. So let's give her a rip. See if it tastes like gummy bears. It doesn't taste like gummy bears. Now you're probably thinking, Adam, why did you take a protein shake prior? Well, basically, you gotta wait a half an hour for this stuff to kick in, and you want to have nutrition in your body before you put in your workout, because that's how this is gonna work to help grow. That's what my buddy John told me. He's like, have a meal before you take that stuff, and then give her. And I said, well, it's getting close to dinner. I don't really want to eat right now. And he said, well, then just have a really good protein shake, and then take the stuff, wait a half an hour, and go and lift. And that's what I'm doing. And the cat is blocking my path. It's like, dogs always get out of the way, cats, not so much. Watch out, buddy. And tonight, I think we're going to barbecue. Because I want to barbecue some pork chops. Pork chops, yummy. Holy blur. Focus. Focus. There we go. Just got done my workout. Still got to shut it down. Holy crap. Total annihilation, boys. And I feel great. That stuff works good. Alright guys, 2 things I need to do. Number 1, let the scruffiest, fluffiest puppy wuppy outside for a dump. And number 2, get out to the garage, get the barbecue ready, get it fired up and get some pork chops going, because Jesus Murphy, I'm freaking hungry. I need food. Alright, got the barbecue back in the position where it used to be, where it should be, where it always liked to be. Let's go ahead and kick. Oh shit, I left that on the whole time. Do I have any propanes left? I do. Oh man. I literally left the propane on the whole time it sat there. That's not good. Good thing that valve friggin' doesn't suck. This barbecue isn't cheap. Otherwise I'd be air frying these bad boys. I probably don't need all these burners on. I'm just gonna run with these 2 here, let it warm up. Look at this, it's like overspray all over the barbecue. I checked the grill, it looks like a grill. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. We'll let it heat up, scrape it down. It'll be okay. So able to clean up some of the overspray on the bike. You can see I did the handlebar here. That one there I didn't. So you can see the difference. That's black and that's kind of off gray. And I did it on here. What I used was the old lacquer thinner. I put it to a shop towel and then just wiped it down, and it took it off pretty quick. Did the seat. Don't care about the tires because they're freaking tires. Who cares, right? They're going to get muddy and all that when I'm out there banging around on the bike. But I did the mirror so I can see cars coming up from behind me, because that's always good to see. Yeah. Fun times. Fun times. So right now I'm just waiting for this thing to heat up. We're already at... Oh, it's climbing. It's climbing pretty fast. Probably better if you can see it. Moving on up to the top. So I've been... I posted on Facebook to see if anybody had anything open, any shops open, to get the old Firebird looked at. Because that front steering is cattywampus like a mask. So, definitely want to see if I can get somebody to investigate the situation here. Find out what's going on. Get that rectified. Because if they don't put us on complete lockdown and we can go for drives, I definitely want to take this thing out. And just go for like leisurely cruises. You know, burn some fuel. It's cheap. Why not? Could be fun. Could be renewing the insurance on it in July. Or when did I put the insurance on that? I can't remember. I have to check the policy. Alright, like every barbecue, I had a little bit of a fire. That one there looks pretty well done. The rest are not too bad. Yeah, not too bad indeed. But this guy here, he's seen better days. Yeah, he got a little bit flambéed. Had a big fire back there, wasn't paying attention, was busy cleaning up and bringing shovels inside and stuff, and all of a sudden I see smoke bellowing from out of the garage door, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And it's my food, it's on fire, so I should probably deal with that. But I think we're pretty much done here, so shut everything down, unlike last time. Make sure we turn off this damn tank. And let's plate it, go in the house, weigh it, and find out what the calories are. Alright, so we're looking at 565 grams worth of pork chops at a grand total of 1,419 calories. Oh yeah! Look at them macros. 414 grams of protein today, 200 grams of fat. Yup, I like them ratios. Anyway guys, I haven't been doing too much. Just been chilling out, watching TV, watching that show Black Lightning right now. It's okay. But anyway, I'm going to shut her down here and probably get to bed soon. It's currently almost midnight. And yeah, it's 11:30, so I'm getting kind of sleepy. Probably has to do with what I did today. And tomorrow's another day. I'm going to do it all over again. Hammer down. Have at her. Nothing the better to do in the quarantine except for make videos and lift. So let's just do that. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, guys, stay safe and peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.